Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. That's right, new patch! And I'm beginning to play it on patch day. It feels so good to actually be on patch day playing the new patch. It's been so long since we've done that. And speaking of being so long, last time, well, specifically last patch, the crew managed to make their way to the moon of the 13th, beat Golbez. Unfortunately, they were not able to save Ashdaya before she was turned into a void scent. And even worse, Golbez survived and unleashed Zeramus, the actual final boss of Final Fantasy IV, who I erroneously attributed having a connection to Zero. I'm forgetting that Zero basically got her name from Ashtola. Would have been a good opportunity though, really would have. But with that, the crew had to retreat, having no way to even get close to Zeramus. His darkness was too intense. And speaking of too intense, check this out. We got us a traffic jam over here. This is what happens on patch day. It becomes a zoo. Varshan, my man, you're in there somewhere. I know you are. Holy crap. And our first quest, Seeking the Light. Now, if you're not familiar, this is the final patch for an expansion, which means the story is actually in two parts. We got the first part, which is like 80% of it. The last part will be the very last update before the next expansion drops, and we won't get that for quite a while. Also, again, if you're not familiar, we don't have the Manderville yet. The Manderville is always on the X5 version of the patch. So we won't see Manderville today or, anytime soon. I think he drops almost at the same time as the last bit of story, but we'll see. Anyway, Seeking the Light. Dekumon, I was about to call for you, but there is a giant mob of bodies around me, and I can't see myself or you or anyone else. There have been developments concerning the Void Gate that I would discuss with everyone. Coincidentally, I am told Ashtola will be returning shortly. I dare to hope she has made some progress in devising a way to harness the First Light. That's right. I had forgotten about this plot point. They had thought to use the primordial light that still resides in the First in order to counteract the primordial darkness of the 13th and bring the realm back into balance. Come, let us await the others in my chambers. Goodness, it's been so long, I have forgotten most of the voices. Speaking of voices, I assume voiced? Oh yeah, most likely voiced. So here's the question, how am I getting the rest of y'all back to the First? I'm the only one that can go freely. Oh, really? Not voiced? My apologies for the delay. Think nothing of it. That is not his original voice. I pray thou art come with glad tidings. With findings well worth many sleepless nights, I am pleased to report. You may leave it there, thank you. What's in the box, Ashtola? Is that your way back across the rift, or am I going on my own and just putting all the primordial light I can in the box? Eager though I am to hear the details, I must first share tidings of my own. Grave ones. Uronje hath sent word from the Void Gate in Mare Lamentorium. The situation is precarious. They continue to rely upon the brands to contain the forces which would otherwise flow freely into the source. Yet though these measures were sufficient to imprison a fragment of Zodiac for eons, against our enemies' determined onslaught, they are degrading at an unsettling rate. The Lopodits are sparing no effort to sustain the brands, but 'tis only a matter of time ere they fall. Well, that's no good. So I'm on the clock. Unless we act soon, there shall be no stopping Golbez from realizing his ambition. Well, I assume Ishtola has got a plan then.
That Zeramus should so test the seal even when not at full strength. 'Tis every bit as terrible as we feared.
Aye, we must needs vanquish it, to which end we require a means to pierce its dark shroud.
So, did you find it? A way to bring resplendent light to bear against our foe?
Right, that was the reason they were going to the first as well.
As a matter of fact, I have. The theory was simple. We harness light from the first and channel it to the 13th.
Simple, huh?
Such a feat would require us to manipulate vast amounts of energy, to say the least.
And to do so, you brought a boombox. And Garland Ironworks boombox from the looks of it, but still just a boombox. Oh. A boombox filled with ADS bombs.
And so, I consulted Sid and his fellows, who rose to the challenge and produced bespoke devices. Ether transmitters. These marvelous contraptions can be placed at locations of our choosing to facilitate the flow of ether. In other words, we can use them to create ethereal currents.
Well, shit.
That such a thing should be possible.
That had been handy earlier.
We shall first direct ether from Nabath Areng, where the flood of light was halted, into the Crystal Tower. We all know from personal experience the wonders of which it is capable, wonders which suit our needs perfectly. I should mention that the structure in the Azim Steppe which the Alicants built to redirect ether was also a source of inspiration.
So we're basically making us a relay system. From the flood to the Crystal Tower to, I'm guessing, our Crystal Tower, and then up to the moon. And oh! Down 0. It's not a snack. I'm suddenly reminded of the firewall pylons from Reboot Season 3.
Once we have infused the Crystal Tower with sufficient ether, we shall send it into the rift.
Actually, you know what I'm really reminded of? The freaking Telophoroi towers. It's almost the same bloody plan! The only difference is we're not using it to punch a hole into, you know, actually we are using it to punch a hole into into a freaking, you know, I can't talk today. I cannot talk today. Zodiark, I was gonna say Zodiark, but now it's Zeramus. But it's the same bloody plan. We're using it to punch a hole into the moon.
And the ether transmitters shall guide the energy onto the 13th, like so.
So you basically just stole the Telophoroi plan. Zero's in the corner just drooling. She'd probably be over here trying to jump between the beams like a dog going after a stream of water. It's like...
In this way, we shall have a lance of light with which to pierce the shield of darkness. Or so I hope. No tests were performed were close to the scale of what we ultimately seek to achieve. I cannot guarantee success.
Well, it's still the best plan we have. With such great minds on our side, how could we possibly fail? It would hardly be the first time we played it by ear. No, I have faith in Ishtola. I'm sure she handled this well, and Sid too, obviously.
Indeed. We've harnessed the wisdom of the past, present, and future to further the cause. I too have faith that it will be enough in the end.
If not, well, we're pretty much screwed. Crap, Estinian's voice. He was kind of nasally, if I remember correctly. Science and theory aside, we need to place one or more of these transmitters in the first, I take it. That's where I do this, huh? I guess you're not coming along.
A task we must entrust to you, Dekumon. Rest assured I will provide you with what support I can.
Including a written set of instructions, I assume?
I wish to go as well.
Zero? Can you go to the first?
This world that you brought back from the brink, I would see it with my own eyes.
But how dost thou intend to make the journey?
In a spirit vessel. That's how you and yours managed it, yes? Void Sense summoning also sees the soul separated from flesh. This separation I can do at will. The principles are similar enough. If you want to first traveling with company, I should be glad to lend Zero my vessel.
Zero in the first. Why not? They have no idea what the heck a void scent is. Actually, she's not gonna like burst into flames like a vampire in the sunlight the moment she steps foot on the first, is she?
Then it's settled. I shall finish preparing the transmitters and then help Zero transfer her soul. Pray see to your own preparations, and let us reconvene at Megaduta.
Alright. I don't have any preparations to make, so I will be back shortly. Or do I have preparations to make? I don't know, the game might tell me I have some. Ah, there we are, our first quest of the day. And it is still a zoo in here. Hey, Varshan.
Ishtola will be along after she sees to set her soul. Let us await her here.
Can we find somewhere less crowded? Ah, that's so much better. Thankfully, the crowds do not transfer into the cutscenes. This one definitely not voiced.
Apologies for the wait. Everything went smoothly. Zero's soul is now safely within the spirit vessel. I shall have the alchemists attend her body until she returns.
Good.
The vessel I place in your care, along with the transmitters and a set of garments for Zero. I've also included instructions on how to operate the crystal tower, courtesy of Grahatia.
That's a bonus. I think I still have his spirit vessel around, the one with his blood in it. While you're away, I'll join you on Jay and the Loports on the moon. They'll need help should the brands fail.
A fine idea. For my part, I shall continue to coordinate our efforts while I recover from my wounds.
Still hasn't recovered yet.
Given the task at hand, I suggest you speak with Rhine. With her power over light, she is bound to be helpful in our efforts. But ere you do that or aught else, seek out Beck-Luke. As the first foremost authority on soulcraft, they should be able to grant Zero a corporeal form. As I recall, the old Nemo was rather fond of the Cabinet of Curiosity, so that should be your first stop.
I think that's where we found them last time.
But that's all from me. Go forth, warrior of darkness, and make your triumphant return to the first.
Again. I mean, we were just back there a patch or two ago. And of course, I love the fact that we're playing the Shadowbringers music. Back on the first, and back and dealing with Beck-Luke and everyone else here.
Is that you, Dekumon? What brings you back across the rift?
Could use you to make a body out of this soul. You know, otherwise it's gonna be rather awkward.
Honestly, first you asked me to extract another soul from a spirit vessel, and then you tell me you have designed to turn a light to the void? A wicked bite, Dekumon, is nothing ever simple with you. I suppose some people can't help but find themselves at the center of world-changing events. Very well. If your home is in peril, then I shall do all in my power to aid you. And if it helps Mukulai with his work, all the better. Good. While I tend to your companion, you should go and speak with Rhine. By all accounts, she practically lives at the Horatorium these days. I will look for you there once I've finished.
The Horatorium? Where would I find a horror-toy? Oh, it's it's not far from here, actually. Gee, I wonder if the quest is over here with this giant crowd of people. Rin, honestly, I expected you to be spending most of your time over at the Empty, but sure. I need Rin, thank you. This is the joy of doing this on patch day. It is a madhouse. Oh, this is hopefully voice acted.
Restoring the elements to the Empty may allow life to flourish there once more.
Mm-hmm.
But that isn't enough to return the environment to the way it was. No, we need to gradually reintroduce life, beginning with plants.
Nice that we're getting some acknowledgement for beating Eden.
Not just any plants, though, but those that won't be a burden on a weakened land. Such as...
You've become quite the scholar. I see you've taken an interest in gardening. How about coffee plants? Coffee plants. Oh, and a free nod.
Oh, what a welcome surprise.
Mm-hmm. Where's Gaia? And another nod.
It seems you caught me rambling to myself. How embarrassing. I've been studying botany, you see. Hoping that the knowledge would help our work in the Empty. But never mind that for now. What brings you to the Crystarium? It was my understanding that the final days were behind us.
Oh, they are, finally. Got another problem to deal with, though. It involves the void, the antithesis of light. That's right. Darkness, that thing you guys love so much, yeah, it's a little bit of a problem now. And a nod as we come back in, no less.
You wish to combat this otherworldly threat with the power of light? Please, let me help. Though I've lost my connection to Hydaelyn, I can still manipulate light to a degree.
Yep, we know that.
If there is a chance I could save others with that power, then I have to try.
Well, I'm guessing Zero's coming, yeah?
"'Tis done. Zero is now with us in the flesh." The spirit vessel I shall hold on to for operating the tower.
Good. There you are. Sounds like that's the set of instructions.
This will help me to make sense of the controls, will it? There's a levity in his words that wasn't there before. It heartens me to know he is well.
Well, considering this version of Graha doesn't have the weight of the world on his shoulders, or quite so many years.
I shall see to the preparations as per his instructions.
My thanks for your help.
Think nothing of it. That said, 'tis customary that my kind receive fitting payment for services rendered.
Not unlike we void sent then. In that case, you may devour some of my ether.
And he's like, what?
Are you mad? I'll do no such thing. The very suggestion is absurd.
Now, let's calm down. We all have our preferences, and I'm sure no offense was intended.
I shall attend to the tower now. The rest, I leave to you.
Good old Zero. Not awake for 5 minutes and already causing a ruckus. Unintentionally.
Zero, was it? My name is Reen. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And I keep calling her Rhine. I know.
This world isn't what I expected. While light is indeed strong here, it's not pervasive or overwhelming. Everything looks much as it does in the source.
You should have been here before we cleaned everything up. Trust me, we get over to the empty, it'll be a lot more
We
pervasive.
have the Warrior of Darkness to thank for that. If you're interested, I would be glad to show you around.
Oh. Just starting up the Shadowbringers themes again. As Rin shows Zero around the first and the Crystarium. Well, at least the Crystarium. I don't know if our tour is going to go beyond that. Oh yeah, the Crystal Tower. You probably haven't had a lot of experience with that in the source.
Just an ordinary sky. Ordinary and beautiful.
Like I said,
To think that after so much loss, they could reclaim this.
Growing Light. Probably the patch name. Oh no, definitely the patch name. Probably the video name too. And here we are. First quest done. Hey Zero.
I've heard something of your deeds here, of how the Warrior of Darkness fought on, despite light ravaging his very being. Had I the self-same strength of spirit, perhaps I could have done more for my world.
Yeah, but you also didn't have the bottomless reservoir of ether that I have run off of.
No, it isn't over yet. The 13th isn't beyond saving. That's why we're here. So, where to? Just lead the way.
Just lead the way, huh? Well, I think I know where we're going. To the edge of the flood. Heck, we might even be going into the empty itself. Rin! Appealing to the masses.
What are we up to now? Let's head for Nabatha. Since Zero can't teleport to the ether out there, we should probably travel by Amaru.
True. You don't have any of the Aetherites around here, Zero. Ah, there's a familiar face. Lina!
Ah, there you are. Thank goodness I'm not too late. Lina, I take it Big Luke told you why we're here? More or less. Greetings and welcome. I am Lina, captain of the guard here at the Custodium. Zero, is there something you require?
Sheesh, she's just saying hi.
When I learned of your plan to gather light at the Crystal Tower, I felt compelled to warn you of the potential repercussions. I know well that you would never use the tower for ill, nor without due caution. Even so.
Oh, that's why this is called appealing to the masses. You're worried about the Crystarium's populace freaking out over the light.
I believe I understand. Ever since the flood, light has been a source of pain and misery. Some fear it still, no doubt.
Yep.
Which is to say that some would be uncomfortable at the sight of it wielded as we intend. That is your concern, is it not? Precisely. It was light that nearly consumed our world. To use the Crystal Tower to harness this destructive force risks turning the tower into an object of fear. You may convince the Custodium of the necessity of your cause, but it will not be so easy to win over those outside our walls. I worry this will undermine the fragile trust we have only begun to build with some communities. They may misunderstand your intentions. Tell me who they are and what misunderstandings they may have. I shall allay their concerns. Or kill them, whichever comes first. Dekumon and I will go with her. People know us. Our presence will put them at ease. Thank you. I realize this will delay the execution of your plans, but I see no other way.
And it gives us a chance to let Zero see the rest of the first.
As for where to begin, I dare say Yormore would be as good a place as any. Though ours is as amicable relationships now, we were at odds for long years.
Yeah, well, that was Vothri's fault.
Yormore was once ruled by a tyrant who wielded the power of light. Though he promised salvation, in truth he made slaves of his subjects, and sought to destroy any who defied him. He's gone now, thankfully, and a good man named Chasnose was elected mayor. Relations between our cities have improved much since then. Even so, there's a lingering rivalry between us. If the Crystarium were to harness light without warning, some Yormorans might suspect we have ulterior motives. Thus, it would be prudent to give them prior notice. If you explain that you seek to save the Warrior of Darkness's home, though, I should hope that they would give you their blessing.
That would be a good idea. I'd really hope so.
Once again, yours is a name that commands respect and trust in the domain of your former enemies, as it does in Garlemald.
Joys of being the Warrior of Light / Darkness / the Gopher.
Where else should we visit? After Yormore, I would suggest the Raktika Greatwood. There you will find the Knights Blessed, a small collective which worships darkness, as well as the V's, guardians of the secrets of ancient Ronka. The V's are insular and will likely not object unless the light encroaches upon their territory. The Knights Blessed, on the other hand, would greatly benefit from your assurances that your actions will not adversely affect their lives. People who worship darkness, fitting for a world overconsumed by light. Very well. We will treat with the people of Yormore and the Knights Blessed.
And I should probably go over to the Fey Village too.
Here, take these whisper weeds. I will let you know when all is in readiness with the tower.
Whisper weeds? Is this your guys' version of link pearls?
Right then, I should tend to my own tasks. Explaining the situation to the people of the Crystarium, and arranging for your transmitters to be placed here and in Nabath Areng.
Oh, I figured I'd be going there to do that. Alright.
Oh, we're truly grateful. Thank you, Lina.
I do love the Crystarium salute.
Come, let's head to Yormore. Hopefully Chinese will know how best to present our plan to everyone.
I'm sure he'll have some good ideas. I haven't seen Chai News in so long. I haven't seen the Knights Blessed in ages either. God, they're gonna ask about Ashtola, especially the one guy. There we are, finally quest accepted. Whew. Man, I swear these cutscenes are getting longer and longer. Please be voiced. Oh, god dang it. Come on, this should have been voiced.
Good gods, if it isn't Dekumon! To what do we owe the pleasure? Not another world-ending threat, surely not. Surely not.
Don't worry, it's not your world that's in danger, just mine. We're planning a grand undertaking which may be of concern to the people of Yormore. This is a sensitive matter which we thought it would be best to consult with the city's esteemed mayor. I like that one.
I doubt I'd ever describe myself as such, but anyway, I can tell you're up to something. The kind of something I might want nothing to do with, but regardless, I should probably know. What is it this time?
Well, we're about to beam a crap ton of light through the atmosphere, and we don't want to scare everybody because I guess I'm afraid the Paul is going to come back.
Gathering light with the crystal tower, you say? I would be lying if I said that doesn't bring back unpleasant memories, and I believe I speak for most Yulmorans.
Oh, we can hardly blame you.
We have no reason to question your motives, of course. Neither yours nor those of the Custarium's leadership. A world engulfed in darkness, its corrupted inhabitants attempting to invade your own. It's rather a lot to process. But the desire to save one's home is something anyone can understand. I'm touched that you show such concern for our feelings despite the gravity of your plight. Very well. You have my support. Come on, say hi.
Oh, as if there was ever any doubt. Right, let's gather the people at once. An explanation from you ought to ensure everyone understands.
Not so fast, dearest. If I were to reveal everything at this juncture, many would be deeply unsettled, regardless of any assurances that I offered. No, we need to first set the stage, spread word of the Warrior of Darkness's plight, that he is on a mission to save his world as he once did ours. Once the tale is common knowledge, I shall call an assembly and explain the need to harness the power of light to a populace far more amenable to the idea. To that end, might I trouble you to speak with our citizens about your predicament? 'Twould be more effective to hear the details from the hero himself, more likely to inspire solidarity for your cause, you know. So we appeal to the desire to aid the Warrior of Darkness to present light in a more positive light. Well played, Master Chai. Yeah, why not?
If it's best that you do the talking, then we'll come with you.
Fine by me. I'm content to observe.
Don't worry, I can do all the talking.
Once you have finished your rounds, I ask that you report to me. I should like to know how the people reacted.
Lead the way, Dekumon. We'll be right behind you.
And we're off. Talking to the populace, as is our wont. Ah, there you are, Zero. I was wondering.
From that conversation alone, I could see how much the people here trust you. Thanks to Julius and Thancred, I've grown better at recognizing it.
What? You've met Thancred too? Don't tell me he's dating you. I mean, right. Of course you have. I don't know why I said that. Right, let's find some citizens to speak with. I had to suggest that we start here in the canopy before heading down to the understory and then the derelicts. They really should have fixed those by now.
They really should have. Alright, find us some people to talk to. I gotta find 3, huh? Oh my goodness. Yeah, what's Zero gonna make at a club here?
A tavern, and an extravagant one at that. But those dancers engage with the poles in such strange ways. Are they pantomiming a battle? A soldier thrusting their spear into the ground and using it to launch themselves at an enemy, perhaps? Given this world's violent history, it makes sense that displays of martial prowess would become popular entertainment.
Zero completely misses the point.
I think it once told me that people come to these places to save us some memories and drown the others. I imagine the beehive was built primarily to help Yulmorans forget about Sin Eaters, even if only for a time. But now they can simply enjoy themselves. I can see the appeal. Oh, but don't worry, I know I'm still a bit too young for it.
That's true, you probably are. Now, there's the person we're supposed to be talking to.
I used to live for the moment, not caring about what might happen on the morrow. But now that we have peace, I find myself thinking about the future, feeling anxious. I didn't have a future beforehand.
Oh, don't worry, I'm about to beam so much light through the sky, your future's about to get much brighter.
What? Your home is threatened with destruction? Wicked White,
Why are you wasting time in a drinking hole?
But as I say it, I feel the sting of hypocrisy. Gods, I need to take control of my life. I need to face my troubles head on.
And the same goes for you.
I need a drink.
There you are, sir.
Well now, the Warrior of Darkness and the Oracle of Light both. How might I be of service?
Well, you can keep the populace calm while we go and, basically beam some serious light around.
Your enemies plot to invade your world? Having heard tales of Sin Eaters ravaging countless villages, your plight feels all too familiar. Come what may, I urge you to remain strong. You overcame the Light Wardens. You can overcome any adversity. And for what it's worth, I'm sure everyone here would be willing to help in whatever way they can.
It's a nice thought. Hey, we got us a talking spot over here. What are we talking about today? The derelicts.
That thing there cleaning up the debris. For a moment I thought it might be a void scent.
Oh, the construct.
In case you didn't know, it's not uncommon for our kind to use statues as vessels. But I see now that it's more akin to the mechanical soldiers used by the Guardians. They come in all shapes and sizes, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
When 4-3 tried to keep us out of the city, many free citizens died in the chaos. Some had no kin to inherit their wealth, and so Yomor decided to use it to help fund the reconstruction of the derelicts. It's part of a greater effort to improve the living conditions down here, which is important, since there's simply not enough room for everyone in the city proper yet.
That is definitely true. That city was not designed for a big populace.
You're the warrior of darkness! I never dreamed I'd have the honor! But why are you in Yomor, if I may ask?
Such reasons that they are, right?
Your home is in danger and you've come seeking help. If there's anything we can do for you, you need only ask. Things could be better here, of course, and we've got a long road ahead of us, but we wouldn't be here if it weren't for you and yours, and we'll never forget that.
Nice. And with that, we've reassured 3 people of the populace. Hopefully they'll be able to spread it to the other, goodness knows how many.
So the people are of one mind in their desire to help. Good, good.
Oh, just earlier, I overheard a conversation about how the Warrior of Darkness is seeking to save their home. Your tale is spreading quickly.
Bunch of gossips.
Then the plan has unfolded precisely as you envisioned. All that remains then is to assemble the citizens and explain Dekumon's need to gather light. For better or worse, I am mayor of the city. I'll do my best to win them over.
Good. Hopefully in a voiced cutscene?
Wait, aren't you... Yes? Yes, you're her! The young lady who saved me from Vorthri! I'd eaten enough mail to fall under his control, but you cured me. I wouldn't be alive today if not for you.
Oh, I remember you too! I'm very glad to see you doing well.
I only learned later that it was the Oracle of Light herself who saved me, saved all of us. I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to express my gratitude. I'm sure it was nothing for someone with your power, but thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Aww. Rin's making a name for herself.
What is this meal?
Don't ask, trust me.
Food made from the light-tainted flesh of sin eaters, you say? I see. The more they ate, the more the light's corruption spread.
Right, and because of that, they became susceptible to Voltri's commands, as he could make the Sin Eaters do his bidding. Thankfully, I was able to suppress Light's influence and free everyone from his control, and there seems to be no lingering effects.
You say that as if it was some small feat. I've seen countless souls corrupted by darkness. Someone with the power to heal them would be regarded as a great figure, and never know peace.
Oh, my gift has been a burden. Many have suffered for it, died for it. There were times when I wished I didn't have it, when I wanted to run away from everyone and everything. But I had friends to encourage and guide me, to help me learn not just to embrace my gift, but to take charge of my life, to change my fate.
Change your fate.
And so you did just that. The people of this world are resilient indeed.
That they are, that they are. Zero, Zero, where are you, Zero? Patch day, man. Gotta love patch day. There's just so many bodies here that we can't load the NPCs in fast enough. There you are.
That a half-void scent like me managed to escape the flood of darkness. For all these years, I never stopped to wonder why. To wonder if I had a greater part to play. Well, Perhaps it's time I took charge and considered what I might be able to do for others. The answer is here in the first, and I will find it.
Well, that's interesting. I wasn't expecting her to suddenly be like, I'm gonna find a new purpose here. But I'm glad she is. A Defiance of Fate.
If we have no further business here, let's move on. Where to next? Stitherbo, the home of the Knight's Best in the Raktika Greatwood. We'll explain the situation to their leader, Runar.
Oh, goodness. Yes, we will. Also, I have no idea if there was a nod there or not, so I just can't count one. Sorry. Luigi just walked by. Alright, can we get this as a voice cutscene? I like Runar. Ah, oh, dagnabbit. Dekumon, you're a sight for sore eyes, my friend. Will you be staying long in Stitherbo? Afraid not.
So having said that, I suspect this isn't just a social call.
You suspect correctly, my friend. A great plan is in motion and the Knights Blessed deserve to know. We need to speak with you as leader of the Knights Blessed. It's important. Yeah. We need to be borrowing the light of the realm here.
When you put it that way. Very well. On behalf of my people, I would hear what you have to say.
Thank you. It's gonna be a long conversation, trust me. We're gonna have to do a zoom out for this. Maybe two, even. And that's the gist of it. 3 days later.
What? Your world, Master Matoya's world, is in grave danger? That's all you needed to say! Master Matoya? Istola! She took another name in accordance with the custom when she lived according to the Knights Blessed. They believe light taints everything that it touches, even their true names. Out of respect, don't speak as here. You are Zero, yes? The one come from a world consumed by darkness. I struggle to conceive of such a place. A pitch-black pall shrouds the sky, which neither the light of the sun nor the stars can pierce. It is the opposite of what you once knew here in Novrant. That being the case, I am sure you can relate to our situation. All too well, you have my deepest sympathies. And in order to beat back the darkness in your world, you would harness the light from ours.
Mm-hmm.
It is a simple yet brilliant idea. Only Master Matoya could have conceived of such. That Novrant is still in her thoughts. That we are still.
Aw, still got that crush.
So, you're not opposed to our plan? We Knights Blessed may pick our faith in the dark, but we have never sought to force our beliefs upon others. If your deliverance lies in light, then by all means avail yourselves of it. I'm surprised. From what I was told of your people, I was certain you would disapprove of our methods. I do not mistake our reverence for darkness as a desire for it to be ascendant. Rather, in darkness there is a peace that we seek to make our own through prayer and self-reflection. And while light may have wrought suffering in our world, anything in excess can be harmful. Even darkness, as you and yours know too well. It is the wielder who is righteous or evil, not the weapon. If you would wield light for a noble cause, then who are we to deny you? An easy thing for me to say now that night has been restored to our world, perhaps. Nevertheless, I wish you the best in your fight, Zero. May light shine your way in the darkness. Now then, to mark this joyous occasion, I must offer you a proper welcome to Slitherbow.
Yeah, we got time for a proper welcome. Right, Rin?
Oh, you might find this interesting, Zero. Oh, if you say so. Right, let us begin with the customary greeting. Dekumon, I trust you remember how to announce yourself as a friend of the blessed?
Okay, I'm glad he does, because I don't. With the chat mode and say, enter Alin Tuta to offer Runar a traditional greeting. Chat mode and say, huh? Alin Tuta. There you are. There's this big deep bow. Friends old and new, I bid you welcome to Slitherbow. Also, right after that cutscene, my network crapped out, so I had to restart, and I love that chocobo barding. Look at that, that is gorgeous. It's like the Shiva barding on crack.
Alin Tuta. What does it mean? In the language of Ronka, it is one of several ways one might say, good evening. This greeting allows us to quickly discern friend from foe. A simple expression, but in a world bereft of night, the words held deep meaning. They were a reminder of the world as it was, when the sun and moon and stars yet danced across the sky, and we wished one another well as the day gave way to night. A communal tradition, so the words serve to bind us. Indeed, we are no longer strangers, you and I. Next, we shall have you cleansed of light's impurities. Present yourself to Davith in yonder room. He will be glad to assist you.
Yeah, lights and purities. There's really not a lot of that at the round. Speak with Davith. Let's go. That's 0. There's Davith.
There you are. Your friends have just been cleansed. How do you feel? Wet, but otherwise no different.
I would have been surprised if you said otherwise.
Even so, it is customary to cleanse ourselves of light with water blessed by our priests. But you have darkness again, do you not? Why continue the custom?
Why, for the same reason it was conceived, to pray for the safety of friends and visitors alike, as we pray for yours this morn. Safe travels, friends, and may blessed shadows keep you. I just realized, it said morn, and it's like 7:30 in the morning Eorzean. I wonder if that changes.
Right. If that's all, let's return to Runar and see if there's any other customs I must observe.
Zero doesn't understand the traditions.
Come on, Dekumon!
Let's go.
I've undertaken the ritual. And now I need a new set of clothes. These are all soaked. And, while I can't explain it, I feel more confident than I did before. Just a touch. I'm glad to hear it. With the Warrior of Darkness at your side, I have no doubt that you will save your two worlds. If we can defeat Zeramus, then the Source, would be safe. But nothing would change for my own world. There would be just one less Voidsent to struggle over scraps with the rest. Is that so? And forgive me, I spoke out of turn. It's fine. I was under no illusion. I wish it were different, of course.
Must be the whisper weeds. Weird ringtone.
Dekumon, can you hear me? Have you met with the people of Yomor and Raktika yet?
Don't worry, just finishing up here. I suppose the ring-a-ling means they're all set on their end.
Excellent. Then we may proceed to the next phase of the plan without worry. Bekluk has informed me that the tower is ready, so make for Nabatha at your leisure.
Alright.
I've arranged for you to rendezvous with Kassad en route as well. Not only can he take you to the site of the flood, but he will also know where best to place the transmitters, given his familiarity with the route between the Costerium and Amareng. He will be entwined on business shortly, so I've asked him to wait for you there.
Huh. Well, sounds like we're all set on that end.
Oh, it's all coming together. To Twine then.
And off we go. Hey, Kassard. Unvoiced as usual, I imagine. Your timing couldn't be better, Dekumon. I've just finished up my business here. Lina has told me all. It would be my pleasure to take you to Nabatha. Well, sweet.
As soon as the other helpers arrive, that is. They're supposed to be along any moment now.
Other helpers? Dekumon, it really is you. Gaia, maybe? Oh, no.
We understand you are faced with quite a predicament, and when an esteemed customer is in need, the merchants of Mordsuk are eager to provide.
The captain bade us assist you, sir, to ensure that light is delivered to the Crystarium. Members of our guard will place transmitters in Lakeland, and the good people of Mordsuk will do likewise in the Hills of Amber. You need but focus on your own task in Nabatharang.
Yet more people clamoring to help you. I'd almost be more surprised if they hadn't showed up.
If everyone is ready, then let's get to work.
Wait! Speaking of more people to help show up.
You're headed to Nabatharang and didn't think to call on us?
While most of our Talos are still in a sorry state, we've spared no effort in maintaining the trolley.
Oh, we've even upgraded it, as a matter of fact. It's faster than ever and can deliver you to Nabatharing in no time at all.
Oh dear God, you've turned it into a roller coaster. After everything you've done for us, we can't just stand idly by. Thancred would never let us hear the end of it.
Oh, thank you all so much.
C0, friendship. Helping others. Getting helped in return. And she's just like, what a bunch of goofballs.
I dare say we have ample help. Come, let us go and acquire our light.
Indeed. Let's go break us off a chunk of flood and carry it home. Big old chunk. One trolley cart of doom ride later.
So this is the flood of light.
And this is our first actual voiced cutscene.
I don't remember much of the time when darkness consumed the 13th. Just the cold and the emptiness.
Zero? Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I wonder if she were to actually touch the flood or spend some time in the empty, would it actually fix her aetherical balance and turn her back into a normal person?
You're the one who stopped this.
Well,
Oh, no. That was the first Oracle of Light, Minfilia. She's since left us, but I inherited her power and legacy.
I see. Let's get started then, shall we?
Mm-hmm. All right. All we gotta do is jam a couple of these transmitters into the big old crystal and watch the fireworks. Those are some really cool toys. Oh, ring-a-ling.
The other transmitters are set. Whenever you're ready.
Oh, lucky me. Here's the last one. And shouldn't be Rin be the one setting this one, since she's the one that needs to, manipulate the light? I should move. I hope there were enough of these things. They don't seem to be going very far per transmitter.
Such radiant light. It's almost too much for one steeped in darkness, like me.
Come on, Zero, get in there, get a taste of the light. Whoa. Okay.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero, alive. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today.
If this power were mine to wield.
Zero. Uh-oh. Oh no, she is actually about to chomp down some light.
I will not succumb! Not to darkness! Not to light!
Well, that was stupid. And now we've got to rush and get her ass back to the source before she's stuck here because she's no longer a void sense.
She's taken light into herself. Her body struggles to contain it. She needs help.
Ay, 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 ay. I swear if we have a light warden pop here. You know, I was making all those jokes, but seriously, Zero, that was a stupid idea.
Thank goodness. How do you feel?
Better now, I think.
Well, is my theory panning out? Are you back to being a normal human?
Very, very lucky. Whatever possessed you to do that?
I had to know if I could command the light. If I could change my fate. Once, I would never have dared to dream it. But your friendship and your trust has helped me to see new possibilities. In myself and everything else. Perhaps that's why, when I beheld this world once damned yet saved, I saw the potential for mine to be saved as well. To become a world where light and darkness are in harmony, and life flourishes. A world where we're not consumed by insatiable hunger, but filled with hope for what we might create together. If I had the strength, perhaps I could make such a dream reality. Perhaps I could awaken us from this endless nightmare. That's what possessed me.
If that's your heartfelt desire, then you mustn't be afraid to share it. There was a time when I lacked the courage. To voice my desires was to burden those I love, or so I convinced myself.
And there's some really good shots in this scene.
But then I met those who believed in me. They helped me to believe in myself, and find the strength to live. And so long as I'm alive, I know that I'll be fine. No matter how dire things seem. No matter where I am.
Now I wonder if we can get this siphon running on a long-term basis and basically balance the 1st and 13 out. You know, dump their excess light into the 13th, maybe dump some of the excess darkness in the 13th into the 1st, and, you know, get everybody back in balance the way they should be.
To be able to think that brought me peace. And it's a blessing I owe entirely to my friends.
It's just a thought.
Those who believe in us.
Ah.
I will remember your words. I know all too well that there's a limit to what we can achieve alone.
Yeah, but together, Man, those limits go out the window.
As a friend, I'd like to help you fulfill your dream. If you wish to take in more light, I can keep the power in check and help your body accept it.
Eh? Sure? Holy crap. If anyone can do it, it'd be Rin. Worked well enough for me. With the power of light and dark, you'll be unstoppable. Or you'll be human. It did wonders for me. That it did, yeah. Oh, the face.
Ah, yes. You mentioned having to absorb light. That you still live is proof of her ability.
It's also kind of proof of my ability as, you know, the chosen one.
Right then. I'm counting on you.
Honestly, I think it'd be easier just to take a pickaxe to this thing and break off a chunk or three. But sure, let's go do this way.
Here I go.
Better not turn into a Sin Eater Zero. Oh. That was weird.
I can feel it. The light's warmth welling within me.
Then I believe it worked.
With this power, I will return to the void and fight for the world that once was, and for those I hold dear.
Nice. Very nice. Now the question is our plan working? And with that, our quests come to an end for the day.
We've done our part, and I trust that the others will see the light to our destination. It's time we return to the source. I shall seek out Beck Luke and have them return my soul to the spirit vessel.
You do that. In the meantime, I'll say goodbye to Rin and the others, I'm sure, right? Or am I gonna get an ending cutscene here? No, just her walking off. Alright. And with that, we are definitely done for the day. There's still more to come. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. Dang, I miss saying that. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. I'm enjoying the dancers in the background.